Hi again, this is video number 9 of our series, Keep 'em In. This is sales training for direct sales professionals. We're talking all about relationships and how to be better at relationships in your relationship-based businesses. So today we're talking about the All Business You weaknesses. Now we've already talked about the strengths and how to recognize them. Now we're going to take a look at that flip side of the All Business You. They have incredible strengths that we went through yesterday, but here are some things that we need to take a look at when we're dealing with the All Business You. These are the weaknesses. These are things that will help you recognize that you're dealing with an All Business You. Now, obviously, this is a much more pessimistic shoe than this shoe. This one is generally optimistic. But because the All Business Shoes are a little more pessimistic, they seem to be more analytical, and sometimes it appears that they're analyzing your every word, that they are taking things apart. Everything that you say is being scrutinized, and that can be a strength, but taken too far, it comes across as a weakness. Now, even when we had this little girl at church that was quite the All Business You, even as a little girl, she would just knit her little eyebrows together, and she would look me up and down, and just make me feel like, oh my goodness, she sees something I don't. I mean, they're very analytical people, but taken too far, they come across as very pessimistic, and maybe a little too overbearing in their exactness. So that is one of the weaknesses of the All Business Shoes. Now, the All Business Shoes also, because they're a little more quiet, they're a little more reserved, you need to draw them out. And the best way to do that is by being genuine with them, being genuinely interested in them. Take time, one-on-one, not in a big setting where everyone's listening. Take time to get to know them. Ask them what they think. Ask them what their goals are, those kinds of things. Draw them out privately. Now, one of their other weaknesses is that they are introverts by nature, so they tend to need to draw things through their inner filter before they decide what they believe. So taken to an extreme, that introvertedness comes across as, yeah, whatever. I don't believe what you're saying. I'm not sure that you know the facts. I mean, it almost seems superior. But actually what they're doing is they're just drawing it through their filter. And we need to be careful with our All Business Shoes that we take the time to let them think things through. If you have some big plans and you've just changed something in your point system, or there's changes coming down from the powers that be and how money is going to flow or how a product is produced, and they need to think that over. They're going to be pessimistic at first. Okay, so that is a weakness of the All Business Shoe, that sometimes they come across as not very supportive. But that's not it. They sometimes just thinking things through. So that's one of those weaknesses that you will know that you are dealing with an All Business Shoe. Also, All Business Shoes sometimes come across as unfriendly. One of their weaknesses is that they are sometimes so withdrawn, so to themselves and uncomfortable in big group situations that they aren't friendly. They come across as, I don't need you, you're really not as good as me. Maybe they come across as a little stuck up, but the reality is that they're shy. But this weakness comes across as I don't care for you. And it's, like I said, analyzing you and critical. Then sometimes they can be very critical. Another one of those weaknesses is that they are critical because they do not put their name on anything that's not done well, and they do most things well. If they're going to put their name on it, if they're going to be part of it, they do it well. So if you have someone who's not doing things very well, say you are not doing things well, and you have All Business Shoes in your group who are not backing you, who are not jumping up and down excited to be a part of it, it's because they see something you don't see. That's one of their weaknesses, is that they are critical because they want things done well and they want it done perfect. So those are some weaknesses of the All Business Shoes. Some things just to keep in mind. If you're seeing those traits, you might be dealing with the All Business Shoe. So tomorrow we are going to take a look at, in video number 10, we're going to be looking at survival tips for dealing with the All Business Shoes. So those are some great things that will help you when you're coming up against those weaknesses. This is going to be some ways for it to help you survive it, some ways to help you really strengthen that relationship with them. So tune back in tomorrow and we'll see you there.